Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Sincerely Her Turn podcast. My name is Maka, and in today's episode, we're just going to sit back and chill and have a very laid back Monday and just catch up with what's been going on in the background and why I've been MIA for some times now and what's going on moving forward with the podcast and where we're headed. So just sit back, and if you're listening to this on Monday morning, good morning. And if you are not, enjoy your afternoon. Thank you. Before we start today's episode, I just want to warn you guys about my voice. I am washing down a flu, and I've just been battling it for the past couple of days, but I am getting better. So enjoy the show. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, with this being the first episode for 2025 for the Sincerely Her Turn podcast, I just want to give you guys a little bit of brief because we haven't talked in a minute and I have so much energy and so much excitement for this podcast and for the Sincerely Her Turn tribe. I'm like, I have to let the ladies know, hey, what are we doing here? What's the direction? And you guys, I am so excited for the content that I'm about to put out for the podcast, and I really want to focus on mental health. I want to focus on manifestation and prayer. I want to focus on how to get money, be a money magnet in your own life. I want to focus on self-development, self-love, especially for us women. Like, that's a lost art if you really think about it. We just lost it because with everything going on in life, sometimes you kind of forget about yourself. And I really want this podcast to be a place where it makes you press the rewind button and it just brings you back to yourself. And I think 2025, that's what's been happening for me. And I didn't even notice until last month, honestly, after I came back from a work trip. Like, everything happened for a reason. Now I am more confident. I am more sure of myself. I am more just, my brain is just on, and I'm just so aware of myself and self-conscious of myself, how I treat myself, how I talk to myself, and how I was able to walk away from something that I was so afraid to let go of and reach for something else and actually get it, guys. You know, on this journey, it wasn't easy, I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of trusting God and trusting myself and rebuilding that trust with myself and that confidence. As you guys know, I just struggle with confidence within the past couple of years because I've just lost it and stuff. And slowly I can feel myself getting back into that confident young woman that I always been. And yeah, so 2026, we are going to be focused on how to build yourself up and how to be that girl and how to be that woman that walks in a room and she just commands it, honestly, with her presence, and she doesn't have to do anything. As for me, I really want to get to a place in my life where I am sure of the woman that I am. Like, nobody can make me doubt myself. Nobody can make me question myself. I want to get to that level in my life. In 2026, that's literally my main focus. And I want to take you ladies with me on this journey. I want to pour into you guys and I want to pour into myself. And I want this to be an us journey because I myself, I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to figure it out and I'm still trying to understand this grown woman. Like, I am a grown woman, guys. And sometimes I forget that because my loved ones, they treat me like, that 19-year-old that still needs to be protected, still needs to be shielded. But I am a grown woman who has her own life, who has her own career, who makes her own money, who shows up for herself. And I just want to be that 25-year-old who's sure of herself and who knows what she wants and who comes out in this world and just dominates it, And I really want to be able to give you guys the tools also, and I want to give everything that works for me. Of course, I am not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, but these are just things that work for me. And I kind of feel like if it works for me, it can definitely work for someone else because it works. The formula works. The sauce works. So I'm just so excited for you guys to see the new episodes that are coming out and the new ideas that I have. I don't want this podcast to be heavily men focused. I want this podcast to be woman focused. I want this podcast to be woman centered. What a woman can do to tap into her feminine, dark energy and succeed in this life and to become strong and powerful. So yes, I'm not going to shy away from talking about men, but this podcast is for women, made by women. And this podcast is here to help young women like myself who never had that guidance of that feminine energy in her life, that had to learn herself. I want to be that person, that woman that's does that for other women, honestly. And I'm so excited to have you guys on this journey with me. And thank you guys so much for listening every single day to my podcast. I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for us. I'm excited for the podcast to pipe this content out, because this content is needed, especially in my community. We need this. And why not be the first person who does it and puts it out there and be the helping hand for the women and young girls that are out there? So tune into Sincerely Her Turn podcast, because she is here to stay, you guys. She's here to stay, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear these new content that I have. All right, you guys, I am so happy that I am back, honest to God. And it just feels so good to be able to pick this mic up and to have this confidence that I do have within me, and to be able to talk to you guys and to just share. I want to be able to come on here and just pour into the podcast and into you guys, and to be able to have you guys take something from every episode. So that's going to be my main focus. But yes, you guys, I am back, and I hope you guys are ready for this new, not reinvented, but just this new content that's going to be very empowering. And thank you guys so much for following and listening. You guys can find this podcast on YouTube, Sincerely Hurtin Podcast. And you guys can also find me on Instagram, Sincerely Hurtin Podcast. And we do have a TikTok. If you guys are interested in following and supporting our TikTok, Sincerely Hurtin Podcast, that would be so amazing. We are on Spotify. You guys can listen in every single Monday and Friday. We are going to have so much fun for 2026. I want to make sure everybody walks into 2026, finishes the horse year very strong. And I'm excited, you guys. I'm very excited for us. Thank you guys so much for the support, and thank you guys so much for being patient with me, because yes, your girl been busy, but this podcast is my passion. Honest to God, it's a passion. This podcast, you guys, it's a love letter to all women, all shape and size, religion, ethnicity. I want this podcast to be where women feel safe and feel seen and feel heard, since the name Sincerely Her Turn podcast, because it is our turn as women to just be the best of the best. And I'm very excited, ladies. So thank you guys so much for tuning into today's episode. I will see you guys on Friday. We are posted every Monday through Friday, and you guys will hear from me this Friday. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys this Friday. And thank you guys so much for listening to Sincerely Her Turn podcast, because it is Sincerely Her Turn 2026 and beyond. Thank you, ladies.